Welcome to the Detroit Cast. Mike, T-Roy is here.
Hello.
T.
What's happening, brother?
Not much. Well, there's always something happening.
That's true.
Isis, hello. Shalom, Big E.
Shalom.
How are you, my friend? God damn it. It's always something.
It is always something.
I don't know if did I tell you guys off the air? I know you knew, Troy, but I bit my fingernail a few days ago, like one of those, and it just kind of peeled off the top layer, whatever it is, like a hangnail, and it went down the side of the nail. And I was like, oh, shit. And it started, I woke up in the morning and there was just a little trace of blood there. I didn't need bleed stop, which I do have, by the way.
Just in case.
Yeah. Nothing like that. And I'm like, that's that. When you get that kind of weird thing, like a hangnail, and you bite it the wrong way. And
that
it just
fucking hurts, man.
like shit.
Oh, yeah.
It's really painful.
Either rip it down too short or you get it down into that cuticle like that. Yeah, man.
And so, a couple days goes by, and my thumb is swelling up. And it's just got this fucking, like, green, like, I don't know what you say, like a blister almost. Look at this, E.
Ugh.
You should have seen the shit that just came out of
Dude,
it.
I just took a pin. I was like, is this just skin? Is there something in there? I took the tiniest little pin and just barely poked it, and then got a gallon of green pus just pouring out of this thing.
It was awful.
It was awful. I looked at T and I'm like, dude, look at this. Well, you might not want to look at this, but look at this. And dude,
Just squeezing it like a zit, but it's just coming out with just this
filmed it
fucking...
and put it on YouTube.
Oh,
yeah,
maybe.
no. I hate when people do that, so I didn't want to do that to people. But it is dude, this is like pass-out pain. Like, this thumb hurts so fucking much, it's blinding. I've never felt anything like it. Like, I'm having trouble if I graze this at all, it's like, fuck. Pulling my pants, I can't put any pressure on this thumb at all. So, like, you don't realize, like, pulling your pants up or holding your phone, how much
those
those
little
digits
thumbs are a big deal.
They're a huge
They
deal.
separate
dude.
us from the monkeys.
Yeah, the opposable thumb is a great thing unless you damage one of those thumbs, and then you go, wow, we really use these a lot.
I think you've got quite an infection going there.
It looks like gangrene, dude.
No doctor, but...
Yeah, it looks like gangrene.
Thanks for the clarification.
Yeah.
No problem. It's
Well-
professional assessment.
I think that's a pretty good assessment. I don't know what you're supposed to do about it. I know you're not supposed to pop it, so
I
already failed.
No, I think you maybe are. Like, you let that shit just fester under there may not be the best either. So get that scuzz out of there. Get some Neosporin on it.
You know what I did? I just poured peroxide on it.
Sure. They bubble up like fucking real good.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the best. You know how bad it is by how much it bubbles.
Oh, yeah. And now it's just a steady, like, drain of fluid or something. It's fucking gross.
Yeah, don't put a Band-Aid or anything on that. Just let that fucking
I need it to breathe,
thumb
T.
snot just get all over the place.
I need it to breathe. But if I pass out mid-show, that's probably why. It means I, like, bump my thumb on the board or something, and then, down I went.
Fair enough.
So, anyways.
At least it's your left hand.
Yeah, no shit. But yeah, you'd be shocked how much you use your left thumb. I mean, honestly, guys, you really would. I had no idea how useful the thumb is, and when it's damaged, it's life altering.
Yeah.
So
Thoughts
anyway,
and prayers.
thank
Hopefully you pull through.
Tapas, I appreciate that. I really do. I was walking downstairs. I can hear Lucy up there. Oh, she wants out of that cage.
Yeah.
I don't like being in that cage very much, but then she shut up immediately, and I think she's napping now.
Yeah, she'll probably be out till we get done.
Fucking Beth was like, I might come pick Lucy up later. There's a showing for a bunch of dogs. So I was like, no, we're doing the show around then. No, go away. Leave our dog alone.
If I go upstairs and she's not here, I'm going to be pissed.
Oh, can you imagine?
Yeah, it's like my therapy as soon as I get out of here.
Oh, my God,
Gotta
I
give her
know.
some kisses.
Yeah, I got to go play with Duluth.
She's a sweetie.
Yeah, I know. It's going to be hard to let her go. If anyone's interested, though, in seeing this dog or visiting this dog, you can get in touch with me.
Put any pictures out or anything yet?
You know what? I haven't yet, but I
got to make sure that she doesn't go too fast. We got to have a little time with her
we
first.
need time with Luce.
Yeah.
She's the best. She's such a sweet temperament.
Yeah.
Just
and she
an
is.
angel
She's
of a
going to be a
dog.
great dog for somebody.
Yeah, she's like 16 weeks old. She knows how to sit already.
How many months is Eddie?
How many months is 16 weeks?
Yep.
4?
Yeah,
boy,
good
all right.
Out, I guess. Yeah. I mean, I know that technically,
Close enough.
I know technically months are not always exactly are 4 weeks, but that's what I think what most people.
I just think you were
say,
paying
right?
attention. That's
Okay.
why.
Yeah, I heard a dog, and I just kind of.
Yep. Dreamweavered out.
Yeah, he just bums out at anything to do with the dog. But yeah, if you've got a family or anything, she's awesome. So pretty much potty trained. We still have a little actually every once in a while. But that's usually our fault more than hers. So,
Generally, yeah.
Yeah, she's
been pretty
fun.
good.
She's been awesome.
She hasn't done it on my watch. That's all I'm saying.
I tried like crazy today to avoid the unavoidable. The impeachment trial begins. The trial of the century. of Donald Trump, of course, the impeached forever President Donald Trump. This is such a joke, dude. I watched a few minutes of it, and then I'm just like, nah. I just see that weasel Adam Schiff up there on stage, like his moment in the sun, giving a fucking 2-hour speech, about all this, just grandstanding his ass off, knowing this is going nowhere. And
he's already impeached. That hasn't changed, and this is just whether or not he gets removed based on this decision. Is that the next level of that?
I think it's actually what'll happen is he'll be acquitted. So the vote goes to the Senate now, and they vote on whether or not the impeachment is valid, or if they not remove it. I guess he's impeached. You can impeach anything, really.
Yeah.
Or to acquit. And the whole thing comes down to the votes. The reason that they were able to get the impeachment through is because the House is won. The Democrats won more seats in the 2018 election and retook over the majority in the House. The Senate still is controlled by the GOP, the Republicans.
By how many votes or how many seats?
Not that many. It's usually
just a few.
Yeah, just a few, and that's all it takes.
Yeah.
And so when you've got something so entirely partisan politics like this is new territory. All the Democrats, of course, vote to impeach, except one, I think, and none of the Republicans. So it passes on the vote in the Senate, and then it goes to the House for debate and whatnot. But that's controlled by the Republicans, who will then vote for acquittal. And and then life goes on.
Just a basic majority, like 51%, or is it some? I know some of those things. It's got to be like 2/3 or something.
Yeah, it's just silly, and it's just such a colossal waste of money and time. I don't know what the hell Adam Schiff does all day, except if he's not just trying to conjure up some way to destroy the president and make him out to be the worst. We just want a fair trial for the president. Yeah, I'm sure you do, Schiff. And he's blocking Congress and all this, and the other side's like, that bullshit. No, none of that's true. And so I tried to watch some of it, and it's just hard. It's just really fucking hard.
It's basically the same thing a couple weeks ago, just over again, just new people.
And they're taking polls on this. Americans are split, obviously, the way the country is, on whether or not he should be removed from office. 51% saying that he should be convicted in a CNN SSRS poll. 45% of Americans said the Senate should not vote to convict and remove the president. 89% of Democrats believe he should be convicted and removed. 8% of Republicans agree. Independents are split. Who the hell is independent? Still, I guess I am too, but
I don't think so. I might disagree with that.
No. There's a lot about the Republican Party that I think is fucked up and wrong. That I don't agree with at all.
Sure,
the gay marriage stuff, all kinds of shit, that I don't like. So I do consider myself. It's just this one story is so dominates the landscape, and I just think so much of it is so unfair. And
True.
You see that by the partisan nature of the politics going on, and so I just don't believe any of these snakes and these liars in government at all. I don't think many Americans do. They just don't believe in them.
That's why I was curious of what I don't know what the actual numbers are of how many, what their majority is, if it's 2 votes or something, or there could be like somebody on the island doing a little alliance or something.
I thought they said
maybe these 2 guys, the fucking Mitt Romney or whoever, these guys that Trump's crossed and pissed off along the line, like, hey, you know what? All right, I'm gonna fucking go ahead and I'm gonna vote him, and all of a sudden, next thing you know, they think they got it locked down. 2 people flip their vote, like, yeah, fuck that guy.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, like, oh shit, he's out.
I thought it was 20 Republicans would need to flip, and then I saw one. I thought it was Schiff saying, well, we just need 4.
I was going to say, I think it's close.
But it comes down to, a lot of this comes down to, these people have jobs to worry about. They're running for office still, these politicians. And so if you're a Democrat.
Still, that's their job.
Their job, right.
Right.
But if you're a Democrat in one of those swing states, one of those on the fence states, you can get punished by, your constituency in the vote. And so they have to really think about.
They can't.
For them,
they don't want to submarine their
campaign gets
campaign, right?
Exactly.
Lose the House, lose everything, lose the White House. I mean,
and
that's probably the only reason. If it was just straight like vote, I bet you somebody fucking vote him out of there.
53 to 45
Is that all? It's
And then there's 2 independent, I guess.
Yeah, yeah. So, anyway, Conor McGregor called out the president today.
did he?
Yeah, in a good way.
Oh.
You know, gave him a shout out, called him the GOAT.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Yeah, he offered high praise to President Trump on Twitter, which is obviously split people as well. Celebrating the it's the 3rd year anniversary, yesterday I guess was, of him being inaugurated on MLK Day, MLK Jr. Day.
Okay.
Phenomenal president. He posted an image of a goat. Most greatest of all time, most certainly one of them anyway, as he sits atop the shoulders of many amazing giants that came before him. No easy feat, spelled F-E-E-T.
Well, he's not American.
Yeah. Early stages of term also incredible. Congrats and happy MLK Jr. Day, America. The president responded, "Congratulations on your big UFC win. Epic." So yeah, 3 years ago. It's exactly 3 years ago, January 20th. Was that yesterday or
Yesterday.
Today? Yesterday, yeah,
was
on
tomorrow.
MLK Day. And then the fans reacting to this. Please tell me you fucking got hacked. Conor, no. Who actually cares what Conor McGregor from Ireland thinks about the president?
He's a piece of shit anyway. So
These are the words of a man who's been hit in the head many, 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 many times. Someone says into the row, wow, literally the first athlete / celebrity that had the guts to praise Trump. Thank you. And just like that, I like Conor even more. So,
same guy that punched an old man in a bar because he wouldn't take a shot of his whiskey.
Yeah, his whiskey. Well, it's kind of insulting. Offers a guy a free
guy.
shot of whiskey. Old man denies it.
Should be able to tell you, go fuck yourself.
Yeah. Pop his head. Wasn't he the one that threw a fucking chair at a bus, too? Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He's a heck of a guy.
Yeah, sure is.
High praise for the president.
Yeah. He's the GOAT. Call him the GOAT.
I wonder what his second and third favorite. Like, what is he? Who are the ones he thinks are next?
Let's see his top 5. What's your Mount Rushmore, Connor?
Yeah, I don't know if he'd want to do that, and I don't think I'd want to ask him to do that. But yeah, he
what
likes
about
this one.
2, 3, 4, and 5, sir? If you think that's number 1.
Wonder how many he could actually name.
Yeah, how many?
I wouldn't expect him to name that many, though. That's the thing. Like, why would you?
Exactly.
Like you said, he's not American. Why would you expect him to? But if he's gonna say that he's clearly the best of all of them,
Right.
he should know a few. I would think.
Yeah, I don't think anyone's going to pin him down on the records of different presidents over the years, through the years, and pinpoint, why exactly do you find him the greatest of all time? I mean, when we've got quarterback stats, we can point to
Break
Brady.
that down.
9 Super Bowl appearances, 6 trophies. If he wants to crunch numbers on presidents and
Go all next gen stats. Well, the deficit is an all-time lie. And
yeah, I mean he's got that, but
lowest unemployment in 50 years.
For all I know, Polk's numbers are through the roof,
Yeah.
dude. I just don't know. I don't know enough about it. I'd have to do some serious research. And maybe Conor's done that research and he's ready to debate anybody that takes him on. I just don't know.
I doubt it.
Yeah. This is a developing story at the moment that we start this show. I don't know how the developments are going, but the cops en masse, a lot of them are at Antonio Brown's house right now.
Really?
Yeah. They've been called to his Florida home investigating a battery report.
Like as we speak?
As we speak right now. Yeah.
Can we get live coverage?
Everything's covering the fucking impeachment bullshit.
Oh, yeah. Not over by now?
Troy,
What time is it?
Are you suggesting that anything on TV would not be telling us about the impeachment? They don't care about any of this.
Well, you could throw it on. Throw it on
ESPN might have it.
ESPN and see if they've got something, at least a ticker tape, scroll of some sort. Numerous cops were called. They believe Antonio Brown injured a moving company's driver in an altercation, and were working on getting an arrest warrant for Brown on felony battery and burglary charges.
Burglary?
Yeah, he's trying to take something out of the moving truck that they're like, that's not yours. I don't know. Like I said, it's a developing story. It's not a domestic situation. There's a large police presence at the scene, and it's still active.
Yeah, I'm sure when they get the call to go back after that bullshit the other week, they were like, yep, mount up, boys. Grab your batons. Let's go.
206. Jesus.
There's a lot going on. It's like Rosenhaus dropped him, his agent,
Yeah, Drew Rosenhaus.
after the bullshit on that video on Instagram or whatever.
They're showing college basketball, so I'm
No.
guessing.
Are they? But there could be
I know,
a scroll.
Just
that's all.
curious if it was like an active scene or anything crazy.
Yeah.
Like that.
Also, just got a notification on my phone that the vote is in for the Baseball Hall of Fame. Larry Walker got in.
Yeah.
76% of the vote, as did Derek Jeter.
I got that as well. And there was, it was a little telling.
Well, Mariano Rivera is the first and only player to get in with 100% of the vote.
Yeah.
Jeter fell 1 point shy.
I saw that he did not get unanimous, and I would have absolutely thought that he would have been a unanimous vote.
Who is the one baseball writer
Does it say?
or whatever, probably, who is like, Jeter, I'm on the fence.
Yeah, I
maybe
don't
next
know.
time, pal.
Yeah.
Like, can you get a more upstanding citizen representative
Nope.
of the game, superstar
Did
of
it all with
superstars
one team.
in New York?
Yep.
World Series champion many times over. Hall of Fame stats early in his career. Who is the one asswipe who's like, maybe next time, pal.
Probably.
Maybe next
I'm
time.
betting he might be from Boston.
It's just sitting
Probably
like,
a Boston beat writer.
these
Fuck that guy.
these stuffy ass Writers Association and baseball guys. They love doing this.
He
Like,
would just do it out of spite.
yeah, it's like
He's getting in. I don't give a
nobody-
shit, but guess what? He's not going to be unanimous on my fucking watch.
It's just so petty.
It is.
I mean, Mariano Rivera is the only player in the history of baseball's Hall of Fame to get in with 100% of the vote.
Even that seems a little odd, yeah.
Yeah.
I think there would be plenty of guys throughout the history that...
And if Rivera was up now, he wouldn't get in with 100% of the vote because he's an outward Trump supporter. So if he were to go in now, he'd probably barely get in.
It's too bad that stuff plays a role. Can't just put it what he did on the field.
This is what they do in baseball. I don't know what the game is. It's just
They're
such
snobs.
an honor, to get in, and getting in on the first time means more than anything, and 100% of the vote. So he falls one short. Just stupid. I don't know who I don't really even care, but who the writer is or whatever. But
Maybe it's Rivera.
maybe.
Fuck you.
What are you looking at? E? Are you looking at the
No, I'm just looking at his. I mean, I just was seeing how many World Series he won. 5. You're right.
5?
Yeah.
How many trips?
I don't know.
Because they lost a couple, right?
I mean,
I would
definitely.
think. I don't think he won every one he was in, but
I don't know.
I mean, that play at the plate, was that against the A's? Flipping that ball backwards?
yeah, taking that cut off.
Oh,
Instinctual. Local guy, too, Kazoo.
Kazoo. Yeah, I actually, I know a guy, Josh, who, when I was working up there, me and the Beagle doing the show in Kalamazoo, he worked at Bilbo's, the bar downstairs
Very
from our...
familiar.
Yeah, you know Bilbo's?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. He worked there. His name is Josh, and he was one of the bartenders, and we had trade with them. We'd run commercials, they give us free food. We were always broke, so we'd go over there every day and play darts, me and Josh, and drink beers and eat food, whatever, and for free, And it turns out he was Jeter's childhood best friend. Grew up with Jeter.
Really?
In Kazoo, yeah. And he says he was telling me one day, he's like, dude, like my mom still has it at the house, like in the basement. It's just like cement walls, and we would write on the walls and shit. He said Jeter wrote on there, Derek Jeter, New York Yankees at like 8.
No kid.
Yeah, he says my mom still has it written on the fucking wall.
That's pretty
downstairs.
badass.
Yeah. So, he was a special talent. He's like, dude, you have no idea. Like trying to hang out with Jeter now. He's like, I remember nights like they'd go out in a limo. It's like the limo will pick you up, and it's in the limo. It's Jeter, Jordan.
Yeah.
Jeter, Jordan, Tiger Woods, and
Sports royalty.
Yeah, Charles Barkley out in Vegas, and you're just like, Jesus, can you imagine running into that bunch?
Yeah.
Cruising around together. By the way, the Baseball Hall of Fame, Schilling did not get in, Bonds did not get in, Roger Clemens did not get in. This is the 8th and final time on that initial. You can be eligible 8 times before then it has to go to the committee. There's another committee later on that can vote elders in or something.
Is it?
Something like that. So yeah, those guys don't get in again.
What about, because it's not 8 consecutive years or what, I mean, when you're eligible, what's the timeline? How does that even work as far as?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure how many years it is after you're playing.
Yeah, because I mean,
Days
like
are
Lou
over.
is still like an option to get in. It's not the
Yeah,
elders.
but you can be on the ballot 8 times, I think, is the deal.
That's what I'm
So
saying.
if Lou's not on the ballot for 20 years, it hasn't started.
But just, all right, whatever. Who knows?
Something like that. I don't know enough about it. I'm sorry, everybody.
But so who's about to time out? Bonds?
Bonds, Schilling, and
They're all of them?
Clemens, yeah.
They're all about to tap
Yep.
out, huh?
And didn't make it in. Schilling is so hated right now.
Yeah, oh yeah.
But you can't deny Schilling is a...
No, and he should probably be in there. The Bonds, even with all the bullshit, still needs to be in there. In all honesty. But if that's
They're going to have to do something, dude.
If that's their way of going, you know what, fuck you, you don't get in.
Yeah.
You got your records, you have your giant head, you have your tiny penis, you know, you move on with your life. But you're not going to be in our hall.
Most people point to Bonds and say, we know when it started, and he was already a Hall of Famer at that point.
He was. Well, and you don't know exactly when his shit started or whatever.
I've never really liked that argument.
Talent. No, and you can't, it was so widespread that you can't isolate one guy.
Yeah, but, you know, all the denials and the shit that went on and the, you know, staying on baseball, if you will. I don't think most fans give a shit. But I think at some point they'll just have to acknowledge this era existed and have an asterisk with, you know, with the story. You can have the story on a plate at a hall, you know, headphones, and have someone explaining on a recording, you know, this era in baseball, there was a lot of steroid use and numbers got elevated to extreme measures. And so while these players belong in the Hall of Fame, their stats play out. But, you know,
and if you think there's still not shit going on right now, at some level, it may not be technically anabolic steroids, or you know, they're ahead of the game, they're ahead of testing, they're ahead of the curve. Everybody's doing something to get that edge. They always have been.
Yeah, there's a great documentary on I think Netflix, and I can't remember the name of it, but it's all about the A-Rod scandal. And the doctor, sort of doctor, he got his degree in like some foreign country, barely, you know, but it comes from a line of doctors. But he was a partier, and you know, drunk, drug addict, but he developed a system for steroids. He was just talking in a bar with a bartender one day about, you know, this like workout shit I've come up with. The guy's like, man, you look great. You know, you're ripped and blah, blah, blah. He's like, yeah, it's easy. And give you that, and kind of gets this guy on a plan. And the guy's like, this is amazing. My wife wants to try. And he's got this whole fucking way out, like GHB type shit to get these people like ripped and in shape and healthier and all this stuff. And it just keeps going, and it finally makes its way to like A-Rod's people, like his cousin or something. And he develops a plan, and he's like, you know, with Manny Ramirez and A-Rod and all these guys, he's like, if you follow what I'm doing to the letter of the law, you do not alter anything. If I tell you to take it at noon, you take it at fucking noon, not at noon 01. If you do that, you are untraceable, uncatchable. This program is undetectable at all, you know, blah, blah, blah. And he had this thing worked out where they go in and do their tests and just fucking fly right under the radar. Yeah. And
no, because nobody got caught. Nobody popped like for Roy. I mean, on
not
test, it was
like
he got busted for fraud or some weird shit, right? And they found his logs, and all of a sudden they started seeing everybody's name on his books, and then that was really how it started.
He owed some people some money, including some hothead fucking South Florida douche, like tanning bed owner. It was just tan all the time. Owed him like $1,000, $1,000. And this guy's every day, where's my money? Where's my money? I want my money. He's like, dude, it's coming. It's coming. I want my money. And he ended up breaking into this guy's place, stealing his black books with all the fucking notes of like A-Rod's regimen and Manny, and like MR. Manny
that's how it went down.
And yes, over $1,000 fucking dollars, $5,000.
That's very human in reality.
I know. It's just
most
funny.
Things, really, that's how they end up happening. You know what I mean? Most of these things don't end up being some big grandioso thing. It's some selfish dude or some dude owes money, and then it's just.
But
like,
Manny Ramirez fucked up. Manny Ramirez got popped. And he was supposed to take it at noon, and he took it at 10 o'clock at night or something, and it fucked him over. They tested him, and it was like, you idiot, I've told you all along, you have to do it, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, yeah, well, I screwed up. And then this all fucking blows up over, you know, this couple grand or whatever that was owed to this dude who would not shut the fuck up. He was just a screaming banshee. But anyway, there's a lot to that documentary, and very detailed. If you had any doubts about A-Rod or any of these guys and what they were doing, it's pretty deep. Did you watch it, T?
Yeah, we watched it.
Oh, did we watch
I think I watched the entire thing. I caught a good part of it. But.
Yeah. You don't happen to remember the name of it, do you?
No.
Yeah, me either. Anyways, I'm sure if you search Alex Rodriguez or something on Netflix, you can find it. But it's pretty good if you get into that stuff.
You know what I hate about Netflix, by the way? This is random. But when you say you can search that, like, Netflix, I hate that you can search things and then it says on the left, like, it will be like, if I'm searching Billy Madison.
Yeah.
I'll go Billy, and it goes, Billy Madison, and you're like, you click
Hell
down
yeah.
there,
But it's
and
not
it
there.
doesn't
They don't have it.
Right.
And then it gives you 100 movies that are maybe
kinda-
like it.
yeah,
It's
kinda like
no,
it.
they're not. None of these are like Billy Madison.
It's such bullshit. I don't even care if you don't have it. You don't have it.
Yeah.
I love Netflix. I'm very happy with my service, but it's like, dude,
Yeah.
why does it
I've had that
say-
same thing. I did that looking for Super Troopers, and it was like, SUPE, and it was like, oh, bam, there it is.
Troopers, hell yeah.
Wait, like, how the fuck is it not
bullshit,
here?
dude.
It's like you knew what
We
I was
have
looking
Cops
for.
reruns.
Yeah,
We can give you
that's
Cops
about it.
reruns. That's about it.
No, I don't want Starship Troopers. Go fuck yourself.
That's a good movie.
Oh, I bet.
Seriously, it's underrated.
Says a Star Trek guy.
I know, but it's underrated. But it's a good movie.
Hey, I don't know if you guys heard, but Kenny Galladay is in the Pro Bowl.
Oh, good for him.
Yeah, he's an alternate. He takes the
So yeah,
place
he
of-
didn't. Yeah, he didn't get in
No.
originally, right? So he was.
Chris Godwin's out. Tampa Bay receiver was injured. I don't remember what his injury was, but they had a lot hamstrings.
They
shit
went
on
down
that
late.
team.
Both their main guys went down late at the end
Yeah.
of the year. Mike Evans.
So yeah, Kenny Galladay, 65 catches, over 1,100 yards, almost 1,200, 11 touchdowns, led the league in touchdowns. I mean, he really should have been in the Pro Bowl. A lot of people were shocked he didn't get in. So he and he'll join.
As bad as they were,
Slay, Darius
him
Slay's the other
and
line.
Marvin Jones were the highest scoring tandem in
Yeah.
the wide receivers for touchdowns
And
anyway.
if you think about it, he had 3 starting quarterbacks this year too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like his guy went down. I don't remember what week it was. 6,
early,
3, 4, 5.
Stafford went down early. Yeah.
Yeah. So a lot of people think he's just flying under the radar, and he's due for a possible extension this offseason. They're thinking he'll make $15 million a year. So, but he wants to stay in Detroit.
Let's
he loves
hope.
it here. Loves Stafford.
Yeah.
And so yeah, he's thrilled to be going there and going to the Pro Bowl. So yeah,
They've got some pieces in place, so it would be
Yeah.
nice to see them do something next year. But
yeah.
somehow I doubt it.
You know,
Same old Lions.
I know most people SOL, same old Lions. I get it. I was thinking about it earlier. I'm like, I really want to give that team one more year. I want to give this organization one more year. I know most people are like, fuck you, but I really do. The key injuries that happened, it's very reminiscent of the 49ers a year ago when they went 4-12. So I really, the Lions are almost in that same position where they're going to get some killer pick if they want early in the draft that can come in and make an immediate impact. And who knows, if they get healthy, Stafford can still ball. So they say he's almost 100% now, too.
Let's hope.
Stafford, so.
It's got the whole offseason.
By the way, Troy, I want to clarify. I made a mistake, Troy, when I said Starship. Maybe Starship Troopers is good. Maybe it's not. I was thinking of Galaxy Quest when I said that. And
those are
I'm serious.
okay.
I'm serious.
And
For some
Galaxy
reason,
Quest is a good movie
with Tim Allen.
Yeah,
yes,
right.
So I was just about if anyone heard of me going oh, really underrated. Although currently Galaxy Quest has an 89% on Rotten Tomatoes. But
What is Starship Troopers?
shitty
Shitty.
fucking
Yeah,
sci-fi movie with one of those.
I do think I saw Starship Troopers when I'm looking at it, but I don't. It has a terrible Rotten
There
Tomatoes
you go.
rating.
Hey.
And I was like, oh, that's not what I was fucking looking at when I looked at. So I just want to clarify. I meant
Fair.
Galaxy
That's
Quest.
good. Well, that's
not-
better for your rep that it's Galaxy Quest.
I
and
wanna
not
just
Starship
say-
Troopers. But how do you get those two mixed up?
I don't know.
I got it mixed up too, T. I was thinking, what's the troopers that you like?
Super Troopers.
Super
That's what I
Troopers.
said. Yeah.
I was thinking of Super Troopers.
Right.
When,
And that's why that was the joke. Is
Yeah.
they came up with Starship Troopers is when I was looking for Super Troopers.
Yeah. Which you still stand by. You love that.
Fuck yeah, it's a great movie.
Yeah.
No buts meow.
Which one? Oh, yeah. I haven't. God, I watched that movie one time.
Give it another
Never
run.
watched it again. And not because I didn't like it. It was just for whatever reason, one of these ones where I just didn't watch it again.
Yep.
I should, though. You're
You
right.
should.
What's the troop called?
Broken Lizard.
Broken Lizard,
They've got
yeah.
some great movies.
Yeah.
They're highly underrated. Beer
Yep.
Fest, Club Dread.
Yeah, the horror movie.
Yeah, well, kind of. And
Comedy horror movie.
Slammin' Salmon is under the radar. One of their
Beer
first ones
Fest?
they did.
Beer Fest was pretty good.
Beer Fest isn't bad, yeah.
Yeah.
Slammin' Salmon. So it's kind of like waiting. Like
Oh,
they all work at like a restaurant. It's the huge black guy from Green Mile with the
Michael
three name guy.
Duncan.
Yeah, Michael
Slammin'
Duncan
Salmon?
Thomas
Michael Duncan Clark.
or Clark. Yeah, he's a retired boxer and he's like the owner
Michael
of
Clark
this.
Duncan?
Yeah, whatever. That one. Yeah,
One of those.
The three. Yeah, the
I'm going
serial.
to watch it now.
It's a great movie.
Oh, 35%.
Is that all it is? Really for the Slammin' Salmon?
Yeah.
I've never even heard of it, dude.
Yeah.
It sounds like a
One of
fucking
their early
basketball
ones.
player. The
They-
Slammin' Salmon.
I just want to watch it because Waiting is one of my fucking favorite movies ever, just from being a server and stuff. And
We were
so
just watching that
do
the other
wanna
day.
see
yeah,
it.
we were just watching the other day.
Fucking love Waiting one. I mean, obviously that's where the whole dick game came
Yeah.
from. But I mean,
Yeah.
But
Boy, they
seriously-
really play that out in the movie. That is not to go unnoticed. The dick game is the plot of that movie.
I wish, honestly, like if there's one, like if I could talk, like I know we talked to the actor dude that was in it, we kind of referenced it, but if I could talk to someone who wrote that,
Who did we talk to?
Ketchner or whatever. Right?
Oh, David Koechner. That's right.
Ketchner,
Yeah.
But if I could talk to the person who created it, I really would love to know, like, where that idea came from. Honestly, like the dick showing game. Like, was it something?
It says at the very end in the credits, this movie is dedicated to all the servers, waiters, and staff that I worked with over the years. You all, in some part, played a role in creating this movie.
For sure.
Well, there you go. That's
I
how you know the
imagine-
dick game came around.
Yeah.
Well, that movie is so realistic. Like, honestly, so realistic that anyone that's been a server, like, it's just so great.
Yeah. It is funny, the shitty customers.
My favorite, honestly, I think my favorite in there, because it was just something that I used to have happen all the time too. Is like it's the older lady, that older lady that's just she's in the situation where this lady's like 40 and she's still serving and she's got this hardcore attitude and she's like fat chicks at some table and the one chick goes like, oh, I'll have a sundae, chocolate sundae, and then the two others of course, oh yeah, and then she has to do this like. That does sound good. And she turns around. She's like, these fucking motherfuckers or whatever, just fucking to her.
Yeah.
Because that used to happen to me and Big Boy, because we had to hand dip those fucking shakes. And one person, like, it was not just like, you go.
Once one person orders it.
Oh, that sounds
Dominoes
good. I'll
fall.
have.
And I
Ooh,
would just
I
be-
wasn't
even
even thinking about that.
I'm gonna have a strawberry, dude. I'm gonna have a
Can
chocolate.
you do a
Oh my God.
Neapolitan for me? Can you
Hey,
do a
put some
mix?
banana in there for me.
God, I would go back to the fucking thing.
We just
and
triggered
I'd be fucking
E.
sitting here, and those things just fucking, God fucking damn it, just scooping out the
What
ice cream.
was the most you ever had to make at one time? I mean, I imagine a four-top could order 4 shakes.
Yeah, and the problem was we only had...
Jesus, see, right?
The problem was we only had the one fucking thing at the Big Boy I was at anyway.
One scooper?
Or no, we had 2, but they only made two. So you had to do 2 and 2, so 4 was a fucking bitch. And the ice cream, for whatever reason, at the place I worked was frozen.
So
like
hard.
it was never fucking scoopable. And
Yeah.
you'd be fucking sitting
Shaving
there
off
just
chunks
like,
of ice cream to
oh
make
my
it.
That's
God.
one of those where other people at other tables can see one guy with that fucking that glass, the way it's shaped,
It's so
and the whipped
good.
cream, and go,
Yeah, that as it's walking by.
I'm
you're
getting
just-
one of those too, and it's like, fuck, you could have a whole restaurant turn into
Because
Shakeville
they are
over
good.
one person.
And the reason they're good is because they're hand dipped. It is not soft serve bullshit. You're actually scooping it and putting the milk
Mm-hmm.
in there and stuff, and that is why it's good. And then you get the tin, which has the extra shake in it.
That's the key, having that little extra tin for the little reservoir on the end. Yeah.
Oh yeah, when they bring you that
extra?
little extra.
Fuck yeah.
I'm sorry, yeah, I can tell it's still to this day
Big time.
rattles you.
I loved working there. I fucking loved my few years I had at Big Boy. But those shakes, fuck those shakes. And when some people would be like, oh, yeah, I'll have one, it was always domino.
Did you ever
effect.
spit in a shaky?
No, I never did anything really. The most I ever had in the end was a few times I got swearing, and then there was this one time where this dude was like, he goes like, oh, you can keep the change or something. And it was like 23 cents or a dime. And I'm like, oh, yeah, thinking that there's, of course, money at the table.
Yeah.
And I go back, there wasn't anything. And I walked out with like the 13 cents and chucked it in the parking lot. I was like, fuck yourself. Go fuck yourself.
Did he hear you?
No, but it was symbolically. I just decided to walk out.
For me more than him.
Chuck it in the fucking parking
Yeah,
lot.
yeah, that's bullshit. I've told that story about when I worked at the Olive Garden, and we were closing. I mean, we're one of those where it's 10 minutes
my
from
God.
closing, and this fucking young black couple comes in, and they're like, they're turning him away at the door. They're like, "Sorry, sir, we're closing in 10 minutes." Blah blah blah. And he's like, "Come on, man, it's my anniversary. It's our anniversary." And I'm like, Olive Garden, all right, whatever. And I was like, I felt bad for. I was like, you know what? I'll wait on them. It's okay. And they're like, and the manager's like, really? I was like, yeah, fuck it, whatever. As long as you don't take 3 hours,
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, thanks, man. And so they sit down. There's
don't
no one else
worry.
in the restaurant. They order their food, a bottle of wine, or whatever, and all this shit. And they're getting great service because they're the only table.
Right.
And the guy's like, at the end, he's like, he goes, man, that was really cool. I wanted to thank you for doing that. I know that's kind of a pain in the ass. He shakes my hand. He goes, and this is for you, and puts 2 $1 bills in my hand. I was like,
Little something for the effort.
fucking asshole.
Son of a bitch.
And it wasn't. I think it was one of those things like Calvin Johnson, like
Yeah.
in the black community when he didn't tip the pizza driver. It was
Right.
like I didn't know. No one ever told me that was
Yeah.
what you're supposed to do.
It's notorious.
I got the feeling like this guy wasn't being a dick. He was sincere
yeah.
and was like, here, this is something I don't ever do, but for you, man,
You stay.
Here's a couple
was like
Georgies for you.
thanks, pal. I appreciate that a lot. Your bill was what? $93.
Yeah.
Thanks. That's
Get yourself
great.
a pack of gum, man.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna. I won't go on too much, but I will say this to people. By the way, just FYI, I'm gonna do a little PSA here. If you're out there and you're a business person and you walk into a lunch place that's very busy and you give this bullshit, where you're like, "Hey, could you ask to hurry it up a little bit? We're kind of in a rush." You might as well be asking to now have a fucking 40-minute lunch.
Yeah.
Because, dude, if you think the amount of times I'd have somebody like, "Oh, dude," it's like, dude, do you look around?
Right. Everybody's on lunch,
Literally,
asshole. Everybody's in a hurry.
Yeah, I've
That's like,
asked.
It's like saying, hey, could you put some pubes on my burger too, please?
Yeah.
No,
it's okay. I've asked servers before, like, hey, man, I got to be back in the office in 45 minutes. Can we get lunch in that amount of time? And if they go, dude, we're slammed, I can't do it in less than an hour, fine.
That's different.
You know, I'm not asking for special attention, like screw all these other tables, do me first. But it's like, is it possible to squeeze this in and get me out of here in 40 minutes? Is that possible? Yeah, we can do that. Okay,
That's
cool.
much different. There's guys that flat out will sit there and just be like, "Hey, can you
I need you to step it up.
Can you ask the guy to cook it a little faster? We're kind of in a hurry." And I literally, when I hear that, go, "Dude, the even if let's assume that they're going to leave a good tip, and that's not necessarily proven.
Not an
but let's
assumption.
assume that they even are going to leave a good tip. I'm literally be like, you know what? I'll take the fucking hit on this, and I'm going to take my fucking time typing that shit in. Go fuck yourself. If you're
kitchen.
now, if
Sorry,
you're nice,
guys.
if you're nice like Mike's talking, that's one thing. But if you're sitting there in the douchebag thing, and you're going to be like, "Dude, can you ask them to hurry it up? We're kind of in a rush," and then they're sitting there with their fucking ties and shit. Go fuck yourself.
I think all three of us have worked in the restaurant industry multiple times.
True.
In different situations. So people that have a much different attitude.
Very true.
When going into a restaurant, because you know
Yeah.
that this is there's a very thin line between pubes or urine in your fucking food and having good service and good people. Like it's just the reality. We've worked in those situations. I've seen people do shit to food in kitchens that it's like, it's funny when you're 16, 17. I would not find this funny today.
No.
Right.
But it's like
chargeable at this point.
you know, you see someone out there just like being an asshole, and we've all seen those assholes at tables. It's like, dude, you have no idea how many times your burger patty has hit the fucking floor
True.
through the years.
Right.
You just don't understand it.
This is cold. Could you warm it up? Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
As you fucking zip it across the floor to the microwave.
Right. I'll say, like, honestly, and I'm being totally serious, I never did anything to anyone's food. But I would, like I said, take my time a little bit if they're going to be a dick to me.
Yeah, you do what you gotta do.
But, like, I never touched anyone's food or
I don't think
nothing like that. But
I mean, I think most I ever did was probably like snag a couple fries on the
Oh,
way out,
well,
you know,
yeah,
things
they fall
like
on a
that. But
tray or
yeah,
something, or,
I'll just
you
take them
know.
right off there.
Oh, yeah,
I give a shit. They look hot and juicy.
I must
but
admit, I think I've done that too.
That's
never
a little
like
different.
fucked with their shit. No, I got enough
Yeah.
respect not to do that.
Yeah.
I would by the way, dude, honestly, like, I would if I was clearing shit and decided that, like, if I judged whether food was good, this is fine, just fucking eat. Like, when I worked at the Red Robin, you know, they do those towers of onion rings, because they put that's their thing, is they put them in this tower thing.
Roosevelt
so
used
people
to do
would
that.
get them, and they'd eat, like, you know, half of them.
Oh,
and I'd just taken aback and just start fucking eating them.
Well, you figure that next one on the pile, you go ahead and throw that one
for
away.
sure.
But
Yeah.
below that, it's got to be pretty clean, you know?
I mean, what are they licking the bottom ones?
Yeah.
I mean, and,
Don't start the
What about
shaft
like
and
a
work their
burger
way
that's
up.
half eaten?
No, I wouldn't do a burger.
No? Just
What
turn
about
around,
one
go
cut
from the
in half?
backside?
Because I'm known for cutting a burger in half.
I wouldn't, honestly, not because of gross, because, I mean, dude, I used to...
You used to eat popcorn at stadiums,
Well, dude,
like games
I
and
used
shit.
to walk around after games and look for, like, pizzas and just eat pizza. It's fucking, like, if they're like, someone's going to put poison on this pizza? Fuck that. But no, so it wouldn't be a gross thing, but I wouldn't do burgers just for whatever reason.
Yeah, you won't eat a pussy. You'll eat somebody else's random fucking pizza.
Well,
At a stadium.
Holy cow.
Yeah.
We got
everyone's got reasons why they can justify things in their
Sure,
head.
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
Hey,
What do you got, kid?
insurance. We all need it, and most of us don't know what kind of coverage we have or who even provides it. Let fellow TDC listener Brent Wasik from Wasik Insurance Services change all that. Brent has over 30 years in the business and offers all types of insurance coverage: auto, home, health, life, business, commercial, and more. Call Brent Wasik at 734-455-1900 and get a free no-obligation quote today. Again, that's 734-455-1900, and then ask for Brent Wasik at Wasik Insurance.
Wendy Williams.
Oh,
Big fans?
Yeah, I love that dude.
Right?
I don't know
honestly, why I can't stand her. But
Fucking swear to God that I honestly thought that was a dude.
Yeah.
When she first came, like on her show, like I thought that was like the first trans
Talk
show host, right?
Yeah,
I
yeah.
literally thought it was because I'm not home during the day. I don't ever really see that shit.
Yeah.
You know? So
have you ever seen the video of her fainting?
no.
One of my favorites. Do you have that one?
Yeah.
It was like a 4th of July special, and she's dressed up as Statue of Liberty or something, talking to the camera. And then
She just goes down.
Those studio lights are a little hot. She goes down, but it's the look on her face as it happens on live TV.
Oh, I would love to see that.
Yeah. You got it.
Look out.
No, I didn't have it, but I did find it.
I had it written on there for you.
I thought that said something else.
Okay.
I thought it.
Oh,
Halloween costume contest. We do it every year. So it was a lot of fun. Let's get started. Our first caress.
oh, 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 oh! Look at the panic. Oh, look at. How have I never seen this?
I don't know.
Oh, that was
Overheated in
fantastic.
my costume, and I did pass out.
After the break,
But
she
you
came
know
back and was
what?
like, I overheated.
Champ
She looks like she's still about to pass out. Yeah, I need to see that
costume
again.
contest. We do it every year.
So her words get a
So
little
Oh yeah.
weird too.
Oh yeah.
Let's
It's like
get
she
started.
strokes.
Our first caress.
First, and then that.
Wait, what's happening?
What's going on? And then.
Right here.
Lord.
Oh,
Come to Elizabeth.
Right, that's exactly what I thought. It's the big one.
Isn't that fantastic?
Oh, it is.
There's been a couple other examples we've seen of people
great.
on live TV passing out. Remember that one where the chick's talking and just starts talking gibberish, making no sense, and they're just like, ugh. See, maybe you can find that one while I do the story here.
I don't remember it, so I'd have to know more about it. I think.
News
Chick talks gibberish, passes out.
on news. Yeah, in middle of newscast, strokes out or something or faints. I know we did it while we were doing this show.
Oh, the look on her face is priceless.
Yeah. Well, she's a big fighter for against like PC culture and stuff. So you'd think I'd like her more than I do. She does her hot takes and kind of rags on celebrities and stuff. But for whatever reason, I've just never been a real fan of her. But whatever. She apparently ripped a nice fart on TV.
Really?
Yeah, earlier this week. She's in the middle of talking about PC, political correctness, when this happened. She was discussing Odell Beckham. We didn't really talk about that, but he was in the locker room after the LSU-Clemson national championship game and just walked, there's a cop in there kind of scolding some of the players for smoking cigars in the locker room, right?
Yeah.
Because it's illegal to smoke indoors. Usually people look away and don't fuck with them, but some cops got a hard on for it. And Odell Beckham just kind of winds up and smacks this cop on the ass. And the cop turns around and is like, what the fuck? He's like, first I want to punch him in the fucking face.
Yeah.
They had an arrest warrant out for Odell Beckham. They ended up dropping
that.
Yeah, they're talking, but she's like, you could have been sued for sexual harassment, you idiot. What are you doing, Odell Beckham? So that's what she's talking about. And then there's a pause where she farts. And it's picked up on camera, and that's what people think happened. She doesn't address it, or laugh. I don't know how you don't laugh.
I mean, is there any change of expression? Anything? There's got to be there's got to be like at least like an eyebrow raise, some indication.
I'll let you judge because
I don't
she
know that
stops
I've ever
talking.
stone faced just ripped even anything, just that little shift of something has to happen. I don't think I could ever just rip a fart in full stride.
Well, let's see.
But
Odell, at 27 years old, you're old enough to understand political correctness in the times that we live now. You can't just slap people on the booty. Yeah, of course, he probably knows it's not right from a man to a woman or a woman to a man, but you can't even do that locker room thing. That cop wasn't playing that. I mean, you're lucky you only
there it is. That was exactly.
To understand political.
Wow.
Is that the pause you were looking
Yes,
for? Yeah.
there had to be some indication
Well,
that fart was coming out. It's like fucking whatever. You can't sneeze and fart at the same time or something. Like you just can't. There's no way.
I think I've sneezed hard enough that I blew a fart out.
There's something, whatever it is. I forget.
Yeah.
There's something you can't do at the same time, or you like explode. But
I think you can't.
I'm a great farter, and I don't think I could do it in full stride and not give any indication.
Let's see it again.
For sure. She can't even think about. She forgets her words because she's like, "Oh shit, I'm farting." Oh, that's a good one.
Correctness in the times that we live now. You can't just slap people on the booty. Yeah, of course, he probably knows it's not right from a man to a woman or a woman to a man, but you can't even do that locker room thing. That cop wasn't playing that. I mean, you're lucky you only got battery. What if he filed for sexual assault?
What makes this...
Guilty.
Yeah.
Guilty.
I think guilty, too.
Oh, no doubt. It's a good one, too.
What makes this so impressive is the microphones they wear on those sets. And you can see it, they're lapel mics.
Yep.
And you can see it clipped onto her dress, her muumuu, whatever she's wearing there.
Yeah.
Those are not multi-directional. Those are unidirectional. So they're meant to just pick up her loud and clear and not pick up really anything else in the room. So, one direction, the unidirectional is what they're called. And so, like when I sent a microphone, and I sent him another one too, to Newberg, it's multi-directional. So if he's interviewing someone, he can have the thing in the middle of the table and he can set it to whatever. If he's just himself, he can do the unidirectional and it'll just pick up him. So for her to fart
and pick
as
that up,
powerful as she did, that it was picked up on a unidirectional lapel microphone, is quite impressive. That thing must have really had some power.
Give it one more run. I want to focus on the midsection. I want to see if I see any contortion in the belly area or any extra lean.
On the booty. Yeah, of course, he probably knows it's not right from a man to a woman or a woman to a man, but you can't even do that locker room thing. That cop wasn't playing that. I mean, you're lucky you only got battery.
That part stays still. She did good. But yeah, that's guilty as shit. You don't.
Yeah. What's up?
Nothing. Hi. How you doing?
Good.
Good. What do you think? Is it a real fart?
I don't find farts funny at all. So I'm just a bad. Like, yeah, it definitely sounds like she did it though, for sure.
Yeah,
like, I would say
we've had other farts on TV. Did you find any of those, E?
See, I misread what you said there. I have a few other examples of her. I guess
Farting?
Yeah.
There's multiple Wendy Williams farts?
But E, I said video, so I want the video of that, her farting, this latest one. Also, video of her fainting.
I read that as something else, but...
Okay, I don't...
Farting.
Fine. Yeah.
And then video of other farts on live TV.
So there you go. So here's other Wendy Williams.
That's what I assumed. I assumed all those referred to her.
And here's... Did she just fart? Well, she's doing hot yoga.
Leslie Nielsen... Naked Gun?
Yeah.
Yeah, Leslie Nielsen has a famous fart on TV. I can't remember what he was on, like one of those daytime talk shows,
Just let her rip?
Yeah, loudly. And then I think kind of addressed it. But I know there's been other ones that have happened.
See, I don't even know if I can blame you doing yoga. I can't even blame her for ripping a fart. You can't even get mad at her for that.
Imagine Wendy Williams farts.
Oh
God.
No. But
go ahead. You can.
Hot yoga's got to push one out. I've done yoga a few times, and yeah, there's no way you can't not fart.
Okay. You know what? Deep breathing is very important. I get exactly what you're saying.
Yeah.
Off this.
What do we do next?
We're gonna get some moves. So go on and stand up. Right. Can you guys hit the music for me? Let's do this. Gonna open your legs nice and wide. Show you a couple of poses, then we're gonna flow with it. So you're gonna open the arm.
Was that the?
That felt great,
Was
right?
that like 118, I think, or something?
Okay.
You know what? Deep breathing is very important. I get exactly what you're saying.
Yeah, it helps you relax.
What do we do next?
We're gonna get some moves. So go on and stand up. Can you guys hit the music for me? Let's do
That could have been anything.
That's true. But just at the time of that move, I could see that one just pushing out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you find Leslie?
It still looks like he has several, I guess.
That second one down.
This
one?
one?
Yeah. That's the one that I remember.
You turn your head away, he's going to try to put something over on you, slip something in.
Yeah.
And you end up participating and say, just a minute now, he's going to do something. I understand what he's up to now, and you really start to watch what's happening. That's the other thing about the humor is you have to pay attention to it.
Sounds a great film too. Sounds a great film to work on. Well, we'll chat more.
Anything you want to say.
He owns it. You know what I mean?
Later on, stay with us.
Yes.
But,
you're not going to ask me to leave, are you?
well, maybe just like to go to the little ladies' room for a while, the little gents' room, and then maybe come back and just sort yourself out.
Corrected that.
Go fuck yourself.
Right, now, a bit of sanity. Let's have a look at the weather now with Ulrika. She's out and about.
Watch
All
her,
this week
she's
in
laughing.
Wales this morning. She's in Larne and she's got her sunglasses on.
I'm so sorry about this. We're suffering from wind here as well. And a little bit of sunshine. I can't keep my eyes open. I'm so sorry. I'll try to do it
Back it up,
behind.
let's see if
No,
it
put your
one more time.
glasses on.
In Larne.
The other thing about the humor is he's going to do something. I understand what he's up to now, and you really start to watch what's happening. That's the other thing about the humor is you have to pay attention to it.
Did you say he's done it multiple times on TV?
I mean, I just saw. I mean, I don't know. I saw. It looked like for me this wasn't.
That'd be a great bit if you could actually just rip them and just totally ignore it.
Say it, but I guess this does. It says Letterman, but it's like 11 minutes, so I don't know where in
Fart
there
machine.
it is.
Maybe it's fake. He's like his bit. Like he would have a little fake fart
Yeah.
thing
Yeah, he's funny.
because of that.
He still. I forgot. I was thinking. I forgot if he was dead or not yet.
Yeah, I think he did recently die, didn't he?
I don't know. Wasn't that sad?
I don't know.
Yeah, it's a terrible game to try to play if they're dead or alive.
Oh yeah, no, I'm the
It's
worst.
I'm the worst.
Yeah.
I'm almost positive he did.
I thought so too.
Yeah.
Yeah, died.
Yeah. Oh, that's too bad.
2010.
Yeah.
Oh.
9 years ago.
Just-
Oh, Christ.
Well, 10 now, but
I know, but that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Like
right.
the fact that I didn't know that
yeah, well.
is too bad.
Well, see, the thing, if it's within the last couple of years, you remember it more. And it's those ones that go back 5-10 years where you're like, maybe I remember, maybe I didn't.
Yeah.
It seems like he's dead, or he should be.
You know,
but
he's like Warren Beatty.
yeah. Nope, no idea.
No idea.
I'm gonna go alive.
Okay,
I don't know.
fair enough.
Warren Beatty. I don't even know. Do I know who that is? I don't. I recognize the name.
Actor. I'm trying to think like
He was Dick Tracy.
who played the Godfather?
Marlon Brando.
Marlon Brando.
Dead.
Dead?
Dead.
Okay.
I don't know. That's my guess.
Looks
Yeah.
like Warren
think
Beatty
he's
is
dead.
still alive.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right.
Goddamn right.
Very good.
82 years old.
Ozzy Osbourne.
He's still alive.
Well, kind
Barely.
of hanging on.
Yeah, he did an interview today with his wife Sharon
Ozzy.
on Good Morning America to reveal that he's got a form of Parkinson's.
Oh,
Yeah.
makes a lot of sense. We thought it was just the drugs.
Yeah. Just kind of sucks. Emotional interview. Got quite emotional.
I bet. I'm a big Ozzy fan.
Yeah, I love Ozzy.
Yeah?
It's amazing. Yeah. He said he could no longer hide his health struggles and that he's on a whole host of medications to treat his nerve pain. And this goes back to an accident he had, a slip and fall at the house in the bathroom. That last year he had to undergo surgery for it. After that, he started experiencing nerve pain, and doctors have had a really tough time pinpointing whether the fall, the surgery, or his condition are to blame for all the pain he's in. Insisting he was far from his deathbed. So, some people are saying that he's on his deathbed. He said he wanted to own up to his condition for the sake of his fans. It's been terribly challenging for us this last year. I've had to have surgery on my neck, which screwed all my nerves. I found out that I have a mild form of, and then he stops and Sharon finishes the sentence for him. You know, it's Parkin 2, which is a form of Parkinson's. There's so many different types. It's not a death sentence by any stretch, but it does affect the nerves in your body. It's like you'll have a good day, then a good day, and then a really bad day. I've got numbness down my arm, and my legs are going cold. They've exhausted all the medical options, I guess, in the U.S., so they're going to Switzerland in April to get advice from a professor who specializes in this. We're going wherever we can to find answers. We're lucky we can afford to do that.
Get some stem cell. Got to get out of the country for that stuff.
Yeah, I guess they do like brain stimulation stuff, a lot of stuff that they're not quite doing here. So to hide something is hard. You never feel proper. You feel guilty. I'm no good with secrets. I can't walk around with it anymore. It's like I'm running out of excuses. Coming from a working class background, he says, I hate to let people down. I hate to not do my job. When I see my wife going to work, my kids, that gets me down because I want to contribute to my family. It's like, Oz.
I think you did. I think you've done enough.
I think
Just go ahead and sit this one out, pal.
You've done your part. At 77, no one expected you to still be here. Or 71, I'm sorry. I want to age him further.
No.
71, I think you've contributed quite a bit.
That's 71 hard fucking years, dude.
Yes.
That's not your average 71. That's 71 the hard way.
Yeah.
For sure.
The fun way.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
In a lot of ways. But he's determined to get healthy and start touring again. He wants to get on the road. He's got a new album out. that he did. That was the only time he felt relief, was getting into the studio and singing. Jack saw it first, and Jack's got multiple sclerosis. His son, yeah, which is so young for that, and then started like
2 bags. He has 2 bags.
Multiple. He's got multiple.
Multiple scrotum. What is it?
Multiple sclerosis, not sclerosis.
Oh, my bad.
So Jack sees it first, like, what's up with fucking Dad? And then I saw Amy or Kelly. Amy's the older one that we never see.
Yeah.
Kelly was like, yeah. After Jack saw it, I saw it. It's really strange how it works, because there are some days I'll walk in the house and I'm like, there's absolutely nothing wrong with him, and then you come back the next day and nothing has happened, but he can't feel his arm and he can't get off the couch, so it's hard to watch him suffer. But Jack's like, yeah, I know not to push my dad. I get it. When you've got something you don't want to have. We'll talk about it when he's ready to talk about it. Yeah. I'm not gonna force him to talk about it. So
he has 6 kids. Fuck.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
All with Sharon?
I don't know.
No. He's got some from a previous.
Was there before
marriage.
her?
Yeah. Amy. I don't think Amy is Sharon's.
No.
And then there's a couple older ones than that. I think just
Jack.
Those
2, Jack and Kelly.
Kelly. Yeah. And they were still younger when they did the Osbourne reality show. Living in the house, and I think Amy might have been living there too, but was like, fuck you.
Keep me off this camera.
I don't want to be on camera for this shit. Like, never, hardly appeared at all. And I think yesterday was the anniversary of him biting off the head of a bat.
Was it really?
Yeah, in a I think that was a meeting with his label, and it's a table like this, and there's all these people around, and he fucking bit the fucking head off that bat right there. In the room, he thought
it was one
of
those things.
fake.
I always thought it was urban legend, or whether it really happened, or how it's
it happened.
Story spun so many different ways.
I think he said he thought it was fake, and I can't remember how it even got in there or what, but he just picked it up and bit the head off, and then was like, oh shit. Then he had to do all the rabies shots and all that shit forever.
That's a bat.
Yeah, that legendary story. I think something happened like that with Alice Cooper. Like, he ripped the head off a chicken or a turkey on stage that someone had chucked up there. He thought it was a fake.
Yeah.
And did fucking rip the head off it. And,
oh, shit.
Yeah.
Oh, could you imagine PETA these days if you did something like that?
Right. No, our rock stars now get Mentos thrown at them. You know what I mean?
They don't get bras and panties anymore.
Yeah.
Mentos and
it's tough.
Teddy bears.
But yeah, Ozzy had a special that they do. There's a plush stuffed toy, a bat, and then the head pops off. It's like Velcroed on, and I've seen it before.
Yeah.
I don't think it's the first year, but it's like the 20-some year anniversary or something of that incident. So I don't know if you can still get them, but pretty cool. Anyways, legendary story.
It
nonetheless,
is. Yep.
Him pissing
But
at
still
the Alamo,
sad.
another one of those.
I've seen him a few times.
Oh,
seen him good. Oh, there it is right there.
Yeah, there you go.
Last time I saw him, it was not a good day for Ozzy. He just didn't sound good. He wasn't. There was not. I was like, all right, whatever. He's done. I'm not going.
Yeah.
And then I heard last time he came back
solo or
have
you seen him with Sabbath?
I have seen him with Sabbath.
Yeah,
I've seen him. I used to go to Ozfest all the time.
Yeah.
I've seen him with Sabbath a couple of times. But the last time I'd seen him, I was like, you know what? Nah, just hang it up. I don't need to go do that anymore. And then, but I heard last time he came here, he was fucking awesome. So he put it back together.
Such an iconic voice. I never really gave him the credit he deserved, but you listen to those songs, like his range is, that son of a bitch can sing, man. Yeah. Really unique sound. When you hear Ozzy singing. But yeah, I don't think I've ever seen him bad performance-wise, but that could have been that I'm half in the bag in the fucking crowd, But,
and most of the time I've seen him, like I said, it could have just been a bad night for him. It just didn't sound good, didn't have a whole lot of energy.
Yeah.
I think he said, oi, 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 probably 8,000 times.
Yeah. He doesn't move around
and
much.
Come on, I can't fucking hear you. 75
on
times.
On your feet.
Like, okay.
Get on your feet.
We're yelling, asshole. Turn your hearing aid up.
Yeah. Yeah, he just stands right at that microphone and doesn't move.
Oh, yeah.
Back in the day, he would come out with the buckets of confetti, chuck them on the crowd. Sometimes it'd be water.
Yeah. I saw George Clinton this time. Last year he came. Getting old as fuck.
What happened?
George Clinton. But he literally just sat on stage the whole time. Didn't do anything on a chair the whole fucking show.
Yeah.
Like, oh, boy.
Ozzy used to be a fucking maniac on stage. Who was it that he had a few guitarists there. Obviously Randy Rhoads died.
Yeah.
And then he had Jakey Lee. And I think it's the video of Jakey Lee and that Ultimate Sin tour or one of those. and he's doing his fucking solo for Bark at the Moon or whatever, and Ozzy comes over and has just grabbed him by the hair and is just fucking yanking him around the stage. It's pretty fucking violent too. Yeah. I don't know if you can find video of that, E. I know it's out there. Ozzy pulling Jakey Lee's hair on stage.
He was a maniac back in the day.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Sabbath's one of my favorite bands.
Oh, hell yeah.
Groundbreaking.
For sure, no doubt about it.
Hey, speaking of Parkinson's, you have an annual physical to make sure that you're healthy. What do you do to make sure that you remain financially fit? Mark Leibovitz at LPL Financial specializes in thoughtful and objective investment guidance designed to keep your finances in shape. Call Mark today at 248-626-2000 and ask for Mark. I fucked that up.
Securities and advisory services offered through LPL Financial, a registered investment advisor. Member FINRA SIPC.
Any lucky?
I mean, I don't know because I
know
really,
I'm putting you on the spot, but
I mean, I don't know if this is it. You know,
maybe.
Probably not.
That's what I guess would be because it doesn't say it in the title there.
No.
But I mean, I guess that's like a
pulls hair down.
Oh,
I saw one down there. It might have been Zach Wilde, Ozzy Osbourne.
Pulls Zach Wilde's hair. Pulls on. Oh, Ozzy hair pulls on
Zach Wilde. Yeah. Bark at the Moon. I think it was Bark at the Moon, the solo there. And Jakey Lee really got fucked. Sharon was such a cunt to these guys. Rudy Sarzo on bass and Jakey Lee. There were a couple really, really talented young players. I think Jakey Lee wrote Bark at the Moon and that iconic fucking guitar part and never got shit for credit and money. These guys, a lot of these guys just got screwed over and just like, you don't like it? Take it somewhere else. Fuck off. Just boot them out of the band. Yeah, but really good player there, Jakey Lee. Moving on to other things. Denver Post columnist has been fired. He committed the sin after he repeatedly wrote that there are only two sexes in his weekly column. John Caldara wrote that there are only two sexes identified by an XX or an XY chromosome. That is the very definition of binary. Then a week later he wrote, Democrats don't want transparency in hospital billing, and they certainly don't want education transparency when it comes to their mandate to convince your kid that there are more than two sexes. So Friday he was terminated.
Really?
Yeah. He took to Facebook to explain that it was because editorial editor Megan Schrader thought his writing was too insensitive.
Of course. It couldn't be about that or the backlash that he felt from the community. But I am curious what the medical field feels about that. Was there any evidence or any data to really back up the
multiple sexes?
Yes.
No, not really.
You can identify however the hell you want.
Right.
But
damn chromosomes.
Yeah.
Fucking everything
when it comes right down to it.
He said the firing was over a difference in style, but he wouldn't apologize. She and the editor-in-chief, Leanne Kiopo, inherited a shrinking and sinking newspaper. He's going to give him some credit here. Newspaper in crisis. Both have skillfully steadied the ship and are steering it to calmer seas. Megan is one of the sweetest, most heartfelt people I know. She cares deeply about those in society she feels have been victims. Not to put words in her mouth, but Megan found my writing too insensitive. And yes, it is. My column is not a soft-voiced, sticky, sweet NPR-style piece, which employs the language now mandated by the victim-centric identity politics-driven media. Plain talk that doesn't conform to the newspeak law of use only the words mandated by the perpetually offended. So it is labeled as mean-spirited and banned. What seemed to be the last straw for my column was my insistence that there are only two sexes and my frustration that to be inclusive of the transgendered, even that word isn't allowed, we must lose our right to free speech. He says he's pro-gay marriage. He doesn't care who uses whose bathroom, what you wear, how you identify. But to force us to use inaccurate pronouns, to force us to teach our kids that there are more than two sexes, to call what is plainly a man in a dress, well, not a man in a dress, violates our right to free speech. I believe the reason so many people distrust the news media is the lack of intellectual diversity in it. I do know that the stifling of conservative and libertarian voices, because journalists and those in entertainment see it as mean-spirited, has built up the frustration with the politically correct to the point someone who speaks as vilely as Donald Trump becomes president. That's why I think he'll be reelected. I guess, thank you, media. Your intolerance created him. Yep, that's too bad.
Can't argue with it.
No, and those columns have a place in society, and it's just too bad. Like, honestly, you can't argue that.
No.
There's not more than 2 sexes. Sorry.
Right. We put a lot of faith in science these days, right? And we pretty much believe
kinda.
that.
Not as much as we used to.
They put faith in science when it's for them. Because
global warming science counts.
Of course.
Yes. But gender science.
No. So it's very picky on when they decide when you believe the science or not. But
you can identify however you want, but it doesn't change the fact that you were born XX or XY.
Right. This, maybe we're getting to the point where we've invented too many things, Yeah. Yeah. And this generation of like, ooh, I see I don't like that. Change that. Fix, I don't feel comfortable in this class at the university. I want a cry room. I want a safe space. I want a study room. I'm not taking this test in the same room with that white professor. I don't feel safe. And keep catering to this stuff, which creates stuff like the offline chair that we need. If you've got issues with addiction, all addictions are the same. Mm-hmm. And we're seeing that that people are just addicted to their phones. And so this person has invented the offline chair that you sit in, and it blocks your ability to get Wi-Fi in this chair.
Okay.
Yeah. So you can sit in your chair.
Can I still use my data?
No. You
can't even get a signal?
No, I think the point is for you to just chill in your chair, and you put your phone in a little pocket, and it's like, no, get out of here, Wi-Fi, beat it. Screw you, not welcome here. And it won't let you use it. So.
But couldn't you just sit in your chair and not look at your phone?
There it is. You could sit on your fucking couch, Troy, and not look at your phone.
Right.
That's kind of the point. Like, okay, this is where we're getting now. Someone can't. I have to look at my phone. I need a chair that's a safe.
But does somebody?
Spot.
They take their phone, put it in this pocket, and then sit in this chair.
Yeah.
But by it being in the
you got to put it in
hand,
the offline pocket.
But
but nobody's taking their phone from them, and
you know what I'm saying. Once the phone's out of your hand, you don't. Obviously, then it's already you're not using it.
Right.
So
my point.
You could set it across the room on a table.
So
I'm in an offline chair right now.
Exactly. Right. We all are.
Well, actually, not yet.
Well, just a point. If you're not looking at it,
if I check this enough.
Well,
it'd be one thing if okay, you put it in there and then it fucking locked it, so you couldn't get it for 6 hours or some shit, or at least an hour, whatever.
For sure.
But to just put it, that's fucking. I hate people.
I know, right?
I fucking hate people. And look at it. It looks like a baby's crib or some shit.
Yeah. I mean, if I walked into someone's house and they were sitting in that thing, I'd turn and exit the house. I'd punch him in the face first, probably. But.
Oh, that's how it works.
Yeah, put your phone in the pocket.
Mm-hmm. This is the brainchild of 28-year-old Polish designer Agata Novak, upholstered in a soft gray.
Let me guess, is that
fabric.
her?
Probably.
Because that's not the model they hired to sell this thing.
No, but we're not going to.
Actually, it probably would be.
Why?
If you try,
it doesn't even look comfortable.
That's a welcome model.
Let me tell you that the chair. You say that it's not comfortable. They claim it's cozy, intimate, comfy, and silent. It's a silent space to isolate its occupants from the surrounding environment. Its key feature is the offline pocket.
That thing is a piece of shit.
That thing is a. We just got a full image of the
chair and fucking wrapped a cardboard box around it with some carpet.
And then put a pocket on it.
But those things don't do anything to do with the Wi-Fi. Like Wi-Fi's, by the way, still getting through whatever they have there.
Maybe it's a lead-lined pocket that will not let a signal through.
I'll tell you. This is the key feature: is the offline pocket, which blocks Wi-Fi and mobile signals from reaching any device placed inside.
So I'm
telling you, that pocket goes, "Fuck you, Wi-Fi! No, get it in here. You're not welcome here."
So as long as the phone is in the pocket, it can't get a signal. But as long as it's in the pocket, you're not fucking looking at it anyway. So it doesn't matter if the fucking thing can get a signal when it's in the pocket anyway.
You can put it in the pocket and then go walk around the house.
How long do you think it would take you to design the offline chair?
I already did.
Yeah. She began working on this in 2015. Five years of hard work.
I want to talk to her. I want to talk to her.
Yes.
I want to talk to her so bad.
Yes.
I want to know
what time is it in Norway?
What were the other prototypes? What are the mistakes before this one? Like, what did she?
Oh.
You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, probably yeah.
Number one,
like
number
the computer
two.
that's as big as a house when they first made it. This thing was probably a fucking couch.
Like, where did she start with her design?
Yeah, this is the finished product.
Yeah, it doesn't. I got to tell you, I've seen fucking cooler looking chairs.
Yeah.
You know?
It's not PC to make Polish jokes anymore, is it?
Well, in this case, how many Polacks does it take to make a fucking offline chair?
One. Apparently.
Yeah. I got a Nowak. Back then, in 2015, it was likely you would see people stuck on their phones, but now it's become ordinary. We're overstimulated. We're now turning to activities such as meditation and mindfulness as we need solutions to help us calm down and relax. We have apps to help us calm down before sleeping, but I still believe we feel better when we forget about our smartphones for a moment. Not hear notifications, just join it.
Very
Enjoy
true.
It.
But
She's still looking for for someone to help develop the chair commercially.
Oh.
So, you know, we're in the early stages,
Man,
so you can't...
I would love to see her go on Shark Tank with that and watch them just fucking destroy her.
Eat her alive.
Right. So you put the phone in the pocket then, huh? Yep. And then you can't get a signal when it's in the pocket.
How can you even prove that?
Right, because as soon as you take it out, it goes back on.
Well, why the...
How do we even know that a pocket works?
Why do we need the... It seems like all we really need is the offline pocket. Like, why do we even need the chair? I'll just take the pocket.
Yeah.
If it really needed this, because that chair is hideous.
Comfortable and a piece of shit.
Yeah. So, but I found this funny. They've done a lot of studies show that people are so dependent on their smartphone, they happily break social etiquette to use their phones. Yeah. We see that all the time.
Oh, yeah.
It's fucking, it drives me nuts. Because I can't multitask. It pisses me off. I'm like, T, put the phone down. But he's like, I'm listening, man. I heard everything the guy said. I'm like, fuck. Sometimes I make him prove it, and he's usually right. But it's still, I'm like, look at this play. Look at this thing. He's buried in his phone. So researchers from mobile connectivity firm iPass surveyed a bunch of people in the U.S. and Europe about their habits, preferences, expectations. The survey revealed some of the most inappropriate situations in which people have felt the need to check their phone. 7% of people will check their phone during sex.
During?
Yeah.
Sex?
Yeah.
Huh.
I don't know if that means like a notification went off.
Right. There's circumstances, I guess, that, could warrant kids being somewhere, things, you have responsibilities that it would be potentially negligent.
If it's for that, I wouldn't consider that even checking your phone, though, right? Like, to me, it wouldn't be checking your phone if you were doing something and you're like, shit, I do have to be gone in an hour.
These are the most inappropriate situations.
Yeah, that would be inappropriate.
Just trying to justify sometimes where it would be okay, but
if you're in the middle of a break, taking a break during sex,
right? I don't think then you're not having sex at that time.
Yeah, but if you're laying there about to re-up and it's like, hold on, let me just check that out. Shit, Steve called. All right.
I think that's legit.
72% of respondents said on the toilet. And I want to know who the 28% of monsters are that
psychopaths. What the
use it on the toilet. Who the fuck doesn't check their phone on the toilet?
The ones that still have flip phones, probably.
I actually don't. Well, I don't spend time on the toilet. So
yeah,
I really
you want to fucking hunker down and get the fuck out of there.
Yeah, I actually regularly leave it in my room or something. But
the most inappropriate situations.
But I wouldn't count that inappropriate in any capacity. That's ridiculous.
I file that one right under multitasking.
That's what it's for.
It's high efficiency.
If I go to the bathroom and I've left my phone downstairs, I will fucking duck walk downstairs to get my phone. Like no. I don't know what to do with myself if I don't have my phone on the toilet.
Just make a poopy. Move on.
Even during a funeral, 11% of people. Who's not on their phone at a funeral? Funerals suck.
Yeah.
If I can sneak in a quick game of...
It depends on when they're talking in the... Like, I guess, if you're, like, literally at the grave site and they're doing, like...
What qualifies checking your phone? Like checking the time?
Well, if you're sitting in the pew...
I understand that, but if you say what time is it, okay. Yeah, okay.
And you reach in
your
back pocket...
Does that qualify as checking a phone?
Probably, yeah.
So,
if you pull into your back pocket and you go, oh, shit,
I blame the lack of, wristwatches, timepieces these days. No, it's everybody's watch.
Yeah.
It's the only way you can check the time.
I don't think that there's anything wrong with that. If you're, obviously if you're up there giving the eulogy, you don't want to pull your phone out and be like, oh, shit. call you back in a minute, you know. Yeah. But if you're in row 26 in one of the pews, pull your phone up. It's like, oh, shit, what's going on Facebook?
Yeah.
You know, I mean, you didn't kill the guy. You're not bringing him back.
What about a movie?
No, well...
You got to walk out, I think.
See? I consider that probably the most inappropriate.
Oh, no, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Highly inappropriate.
A lot of people do that, though, and you see the glow, which pisses a lot of people off. But I've done that. I was recently when I was at a movie with G and my mom in California, and my phone was going off like crazy. No, it was off. I mean, the phone was not like dinging
loud.
It was on vibrate or whatever. But you know, it's just sitting on the table because everyone's got a fucking lounge chair and a table now, and I could see the light coming on. And I just fucking shit. All right, back to that Facebook post later or whatever. Yeah. But you know, probably be considered being a dick. I
have the wherewithal generally to turn my brightness way down when I'm in a situation like that. I can still look at it, and it's not the blinding light, but I can still see it if I have to.
Yeah.
I go one step further than just silencing your phone. So.
I'll say, man, honestly, after it wasn't even the cause of it, but I'd had enough already close calls, and when I had that accident, I decided I was going to not use my phone anymore in the car, other than the call or for Spotify. So that's all I use it for. And now we're 4 months out, and I'm okay now. But for at least a few weeks, I would be driving and I started to realize how often I was going down to just like click the button, click the thing and see any text or whatever.
It's hard not to.
Like I'm like I said, now I'm not going to say perfect, but I'm very, very improved on how little I look at it while I'm driving.
You're supposed to be like that.
I understand, but I'm saying, but I wasn't before.
I'm shocked at how many people I pass on the road that I can absolutely tell.
All of them.
You're in your phone.
All of them.
Dude, I passed a guy yesterday on 13 Mile, right? Turn left onto 13 from Franklin Road. And it's a nice Audi SUV and an old guy. And I can just see a head. And I'm coming up, and I can just see the top of his head. He's literally in his phone. I can't even see his face. All I see is hair, the top of his head, as we went past each other. From a good distance.
Yeah.
I'm like, this dude is literally buried in his phone, paying zero attention.
That's crazy. Honestly, even though I will say...
it's one lane one way, one lane the other. Like, there's not much room for error here.
You shouldn't do it at all, and I'm not justifying past times I've done it. But honestly, like those people, like I was never like that. There are people that are. I mean, I would
You might be more than you realize, dude.
I know.
There are probably times.
There probably were, but I'm saying not. I never was like really legit.
Some people, right? And I'm not head
like,
down, fucking double fist typing. You know,
like,
I'll look at it, but I'm always paying attention, and I won't do it if I'm passing a car. You know, like times I know I'm not an asshole. I'm not going to do it then.
I can't believe I see people on the freeway though.
Oh, I know.
Just bobbing and weaving all over the.
Oh yeah. Well, you and I were going somewhere, and you always drive. Thank you for that. And I'm passenger seat, and I look over. We're doing 65, 70 on the freeway, and there's a woman in the lane next to us, just in her phone.
Yeah.
Just buried in her phone. I'm like, dude, you were doing 75 on the freeway right now. This is insanity.
And then once I was in the left turn lane waiting to turn left, and they're coming at me, it's kind of on a curve. And I could see the car coming, and it's now fading into their left turn lane, coming through the intersection, coming straight at me. And I'm looking, and this woman, same thing, head completely down, not even looking, and I'm just watching her come right at me. I'm in the left turn lane, dead fucking stop, like, fuck, this bitch about to just nail me. Nothing I can do, nowhere I can go. Yeah. Last second, she looked up, and missed me by feet. But, like, what the fuck are you through an intersection, you fucking idiot, in a curve through an intersection. People are just stupid.
There's a lot of programs out there to try to people. Who is it? Tara.
Yeah.
Zott, Bostic Zott, has got one that she lost someone close to her in an accident. A kid was killed at an early age. Was maybe a high school student or something.
Yeah,
something
I think
like
that.
So. Yeah. Someone not paying attention, and so she's got a thing where I can't remember the details of it, but it's like to turn your phone completely off in the car until you get to where you are. There's like a real push to like don't even have the option. And I know there are a lot of things now that can give responses where you can click, like I'm driving at the moment.
Yeah.
You can have someone text you with
It is funny though. Look, and by the way, like I said, for me the story actually was more about not even the driving part, but it's more about the realization of how much the addiction was.
You actually do it, yeah.
Not even as much as like me checking driving, just like holy shit, man, I look at my phone. But
well, I've noticed too because I get notifications. I used to get them more, but it's like your daily usage, and it'll give me an amount, and I'm like, probably, how much time did I pick up my phone and make it light up? Okay, that's what it's doing. That's considered time on your phone. So if you get it to pop on, it doesn't mean you have to be in email or on a whatever you're doing. If it's glowing and on, it starts the counter, and it's like today, and I'm like, okay, 45 minutes. I spent 45 minutes on my phone.
That was before you got out of bed.
And then it was like 4 hours, 50 minutes. And I'm like, I wasn't even up today for 4 hours and 50 minutes. Holy, dude, it's like.
I don't think you realize how on it you are.
Me?
Yeah.
I don't think you realize how on it you are.
Oh, I do. I didn't deny it.
Yeah.
But I can multitask.
Yeah. But, yeah. It's
All
bad.
right.
No, the stats don't lie, man.
No.
The stats don't
There you
lie.
go. You
Ball
got
don't
numbers
lie.
to back it up.
The ball don't lie. I mean, I've got stats coming in going 5 hours, 36 minutes. And I'm like, fuck.
I bet mine's 10 hours, dude, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you'll watch movies and stuff, porn. Or
Not
used
anymore,
to.
but yeah, no, but I bet even without that stuff, I'm very active on my social media stuff and texting and stuff like that. So
yeah, it's crazy. We got a few teenagers who are dead, 16 years old.
Uh-oh.
3 of them in California.
Too soon.
Guy, yeah, very, very much too soon. Guy rammed him off the road. He's being charged with murder now. 3 other teens were in the car as well. They were injured, but they're all right. One of the Jacob Ruiz or something. I mean, not you guys would know. Jacob Ivascu of Riverside, California. They were celebrating his younger brother's birthday. And I've never celebrated a birthday. Usually you'd go out to a bar or something. Obviously, they're underage, so they wouldn't be doing that.
Sure.
But, have a party at a friend's house or something. Mother of one of the victims said the boys have been out celebrating Jacob's birthday and were playing Ding Dong Dash.
Oh, yeah.
I never played Ding Dong Dash. I remember it as a...
Well, there's a few terms.
Yeah.
Ring and run.
No,
Ring and run.
That's not the game I
No,
played.
Ding Dong Ditch. I remember that one.
You do remember?
That's how I remember it.
Ding Dong
called.
Ditch.
Yeah.
No, that's it.
That's what I called it.
Something knocking. I remember it under a different term.
Ghost knocking?
No.
I don't know.
I can't remember.
Not ringing a bell.
Yeah, I can't remember either. But
Are you being serious or are you being funny? I don't know.
Little of both.
Yeah, tongue in cheek. African American knocking.
African American
I
knocking.
don't even know why.
It's just a term. I didn't make it up.
Yeah.
I didn't.
Why was a pile up called a pile when we were kids? Like
I didn't call it that either. But
no, I know. I'm just saying the generation before you had all these weird. Me and Ron Bennington were talking about it. He's like, "What's that called when someone hits your cigarette and they lip it?" It's like, yeah, I remember that. Yeah. It's like, yeah, where did He's like, my dad was a horrible racist. I didn't even realize it, but we grew up with all these terms.
Yeah.
Like I've never heard. I mean, I've heard of it now. I'd never heard the term Ding Dong Dash. But basically, for anybody that doesn't know, it's knock on someone's door and then run away.
So fun.
Yeah. It's how you celebrate birthdays.
Yeah.
And so Anurag Chandra, he's fucking furious. Goddamn sons of bitches knock on my door and run away. It's not like they left a flaming bag of shit on the porch, sir.
Yeah, just a ring and run, huh?
Yeah.
Standard run-of-the-mill.
And so he's infuriated, jumps in his car and chases after him. 6 teens in a Toyota Prius. And he fucking rams their car, runs them off the road into a tree. And the cops get there, and 3 of the teens are standing outside. 3 are in the car. 1's dead on the scene. 2 die in the hospital. Within the hour.
That would be nice for him. Good.
Yeah, it's going to work out well.
Good move.
Yeah. Was it worth it, sir? I mean,
why are you? Isn't that like a neighborhood thing where you're walking around? You have a car, but you're getting ding dong ditch. I think maybe there might be more to that story.
Yeah, it's a little.
There might be more to this
But honestly, like in reality, unless they were like, what are they doing that was worth it for him to get in his car?
Nothing, obviously.
But you're right. Maybe there was some eggs, or I don't know, who knows. But
well, Drake Ruiz, his mother Debbie, said the 16s had been out that night celebrating his birthday with a game of Ding Dong Ditch. Ruiz said the boys had gone to Chandra's home and rung his doorbell. When he came out and got in his car to chase after them, they fled for their lives. He then drove after the boys' car, chasing them until he caught up with them, then rammed their car with his own before driving away from the scene. A witness followed him and called the police when the cops. So they find the car with the front end damage, as in the description, at a nearby, nearby, not at the home, but nearby. And yeah, one of the neighbors though shot the guy that rammed them. His neighbor told CBS Los Angeles that she didn't believe that Chandra had intentionally rammed the boys' car. I don't think it was the way it happened. They were good people. They didn't bother anyone. They were just a big family to everyone. The boys are like active in the youth ministry at the church there. They were bright young kids that had so much to look forward to. It was all taken away too early. Yeah, it does sound like maybe there's more to that story.
Maybe the guy just snapped.
Yeah,
maybe that was his time.
They're charging him with murder.
Well, you fucking run people off the road and kill them. You're going to do that.
Yeah, but
it's one thing if it's a car accident. It's another if it's you get in your car and you chase them and fucking run them down and they die.
Yeah,
kind of textbook, I think.
Yeah, although there are manslaughter laws. Like if you walk into the bedroom and see some dude banging your wife and you fucking
there's
shoot
a lot
him,
of variables to it.
There's things like that. Like I can't remember what the term is for that, emotional. Like holy freaked out. I don't think around a ding dong ditch would qualify.
No.
And maybe that it's because you have time to calm down. A lot of that is like
it wasn't reactionary.
You're driving after you made the decision to grab your car keys, get in your car, chase after them, catch up to them. And
but even just killing somebody in a car accident is vehicular homicide.
Yeah,
it's not manslaughter. As long as it's not premeditated or whatever, that you actually planned it, did it, and killed it. That still homicide. A dead body is a homicide, man.
Yeah, I know.
And that's 3 counts. Boy's fucked.
Yeah, what did they say? I want to say because there was more than just that. But yeah, they were going to charge him with murder, assault with a deadly weapon.
Yeah, Carl.
Malice, murder with malice.
Oh yeah, because he was pissed, angry murder.
Yeah,
so extra murder.
Hope it was worth it. I mean, God, people.
No, it wasn't.
Just think, dude. You don't have time. You're going to catch up to. You can't tell there are a bunch of teenagers in the car. You run them off the road.
And he maybe didn't mean to. He was chasing them down to. I'll teach you a lesson. You get off my lawn, you fuckers. And it was an accident, and it happened. I don't. I'm not saying he fucking T-boned him and rammed him and
rammed him.
And maybe he, maybe even that was an accident. Or I don't know.
Well, rammed him and
rammed him. Damn near killed him.
The part of the story that is most impressive to me, I wouldn't have thought possible, is to fit 6 teenage boys
Prius.
into a Toyota Prius.
I thought about that.
Yeah, I mean that's
probably why they couldn't get away.
I mean,
it's probably played a role in how slow that car was. Why they couldn't get away.
Yeah, no shit. I mean, think of the head start you'd have. Yeah. I mean,
although aren't Priuses supposed to be kind of quick? I thought.
Quick enough. I mean,
you would think
you've already rung the doorbell, and the second part of that game is to ditch. You beat it. You run, and so whether you're hiding behind a bush, something, and if he comes out and he's hot. He's in his fucking panty wear and
if he's in a car, I'm going to take my chances on foot.
You motherfuckers, and he goes in. And
it is fun.
You see his garage door open. You hear the car start.
The idea of someone getting so mad
over it
is funny.
Yeah,
like it is funny. Like you get that one dude that gets out, he's yelling.
Remember the guy that was screaming his head off he was an Uber driver or something, and some lady pissed him off. He's get out of my car, just screaming.
But see, that's
maybe he's in the house just having a knockdown drag out with the old lady, just fucking losing his mind and ding dong. What? And you fucking took it out on them.
And in Anurag Chandra's defense, this could be a game these boys have been playing for 6 months, and this was the day he was like,
finally had enough.
If Anurag's reaction is always to fucking hit the roof when they do it, you'd go back for round 2. Let's see if we can make this guy hit the roof again. And finally, after 6 months of this behavior,
you'd think you wouldn't jump in the car if you knew.
Well, because a couple things seem weird in that story. Why would you celebrate a birthday? Why are the parents like, that's normal behavior?
They were
celebrating a birthday by knocking on random people's doors and running.
Well, I mean, I'm assuming that the mom just means they were just being boys being boys.
Well, boys will be boys, but celebrating the birthday by playing a game of
those two don't
ditch,
necessarily need to go hand in
seems
hand.
Weird. The other thing that you pointed out is why do they have a car on the scene?
Yeah.
That seems weird. It's one of those games that you're
do it in
walking
your own
through the
neighborhood, whatever. Yeah.
Yes. And you knock on someone's door and run. It's not hopping a Prius and beat it.
Maybe you got to get to a different subdivision.
And six guys?
Maybe they live in an apartment complex and you can't. Maybe you got to drive to somewhere. Well, where they lived?
Oh, I don't know.
See, maybe they were in
They lived in different cities around the area. They went to school together in various ages. But I got to think, dude, if we're not going to let one dude chase us and 5 of our buddies down. It was like, at some point, you'd stand up and be like, yo, fuck off, dude.
Well, at some point, you're just trying to get away, I would think. Instinct, go.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know that necessarily.
No.
What's the assumption?
Well,
that they're
push
gonna
comes to
stand up and
shove. Yeah, when it comes down
ass?
to it, like, all right, motherfucker, get out. You
Yeah.
go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I would think it'd just be instinctual to try and get away.
Yeah.
Plus, that's the game. That's the fun of it. The fun of it is getting away, right? Like,
Yeah.
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 Lupe's Escape. It's my favorite back in the day.
Guadalupe's Escape, dude.
Yeah,
Hell yeah.
man.
It's great.
Saved me many a time.
Was that Grandma
Pacey.
Pacey? Yeah. Mike Pacey's grandma. Hidden driveway that was fucking so long. You could just, if a cop was after you, you could fucking turn down this unseen driveway.
My subdivision only came out to like 10 Mile.
Yeah.
But then there was this one house back in there that had a driveway that came from my sub and also went out to the other side, Inkster Road, totally different road.
Right.
And you'd never even see it was there.
Yeah. I mean, it was so
And I knew it
covered.
exactly. I could kill the lights, hit the whip in there before anybody could see it.
And we'd whip through there at times. There'd be a family barbecue going on in the back.
There was like a little bridge, like it went down.
Beautiful area. That backyard was dope, dude. I mean, big.
Through there at like 70 in an Escort.
God, the Pacey. I love Pacey.
Oh, yes, for sure.
All right. No, don't even worry about that one.
All right.
We'll call it. We got to go get the baby.
I'm going to go do some taxes, and I'm going to file with Kyle.
Yeah,
That's what I'm going to do.
Attaboy. All right, everybody. Thanks for hanging with us. We'll be back tomorrow. Is there anything else? Oh, Mike Lindell's book is available now for purchase. I just started reading it. It's great. And anybody that, I was talking to Dawn, she said anybody that buys the book, if you buy anything else like the Giza sheets or a MyPillow, you get free shipping on that.
Well.
So there's some good specials going on. You can go to, I think, mypillow.com or mikelindellbook.com. I think I'll get more information so I know better what I'm talking about instead of sound like an idiot right now. But I know they're offering free shipping, so if you wanted to buy a couple pillows and a book or something.
And anything you do, use promo code TDC.
You better use promo code
Absolutely.
TDC. So with that, we'll call it a day. Thanks, everybody, for hanging with us. Hopefully you'll hang with us again tomorrow.
You've been listening to the Detroit Cast with your hosts, Mike and Jay. From all of us at Radio for One Studios, thank you for listening. And as always, thank you, Detroit.